Hello viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel. Here in our last video, I had told you about the division terms of the fractional values or the fraction numbers. Today we'll start the second topic of this chapter, which is decimals over here. So what does this term decimal means? I'm going to give you some examples that how can we understand decimal first. Then we will start the questions. Okay. Starting from this, suppose you have 1 kilogram of 1 kilogram of apples. Okay. If someone will ask you that how many grams of apple are there in 1 kilograms, what you will do then? You will simply convert it into the grams, which is 1 kilograms is equals to 1000 grams, or simply we can say that I have 1000 grams of apples. Okay, so here we have the sum of the conversion. You have studied these scales in your previous terms, the relation between kilograms, the relation between meters and centimeters. Okay, grams and kilometers, grams and kilograms, meters and kilometers, meters and centimeters, and so on. In all cases, that is simply the measuring scale. That which one? This one is the greater scale, that is kilogram, and this one is a smaller scale. Suppose you have something in grams. Suppose I have 250 gram of 250 gram of grapes. If I'm going to ask you that how many kilograms of grapes are there, so what you will do, we have to just convert it into the opposite term, because if you have something in kilogram and you have to convert into the lower terms, you will simply do what? You just multiply the number by the given relation and just find out the answer. But what if have to convert the smaller scale into the greater scale? So then we will simply do the division factors. So that is about the here the basically the decimal arises. Let's see how by some of the examples of that is a simple chart, which is the 100th value, 10th position, then first, and then so on. So here the first one, I'm writing some of the digits. Suppose 2, 4, 6, or 4, 3, 1, and 5. So if I'm going to tell you to write the number, 1 upon 10th part of something is simply the division factor, which is simply the decimal factor. You will write simply 264, and what you will read it will be 264. After this, if some number is 10th part of any given terms, that will be written after the decimal value. You'll put a decimal symbol, that is a single point, and then write it as number 3. It is with 264.3. Then at 100th position we will write 1, and then at 1000th position we will write 5. So the whole number can be read as 264.315. One thing that you have to remember, that after the decimal we will not read any of the number in terms of 100 or 1000 or any else, because that is not the 100 place. It is simply the 1 by 100th place. Okay, 1 upon 100th place, and the number of zeros given present in denominator will be simply the position of the number after the decimal. Look here, it is simply the two zeros, and the number 1 is at the second place after the decimal. Okay, so that is some of the terms. Suppose I'm giving some more example. It is 3, 4, 2, 6, 3, 1 or 2. So how will we write? It will be written as 342, and it will be written as 342.632 and 2. 342.632. So that is the terms. Now, what is the use of decimal in our day-to-day life? Because the question arises, if I'm going to study is, then how can we use this whole term? So here we can simply use, I had given you a question, 250 grams. You have to convert the 250 gram into kilogram. Then how will you convert it? Simply we have 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 grams. And we have to find the numbers or the kilograms present in 250 gram. By using unitary method, we will first find out the numbers or the amount presents in 1 gram. That will be equals to what? 1 upon 250. And that is the kilogram over here. Okay. No, sorry. It's not 1 upon 250. That is the 1000. So basically, we will do what? We will simply do here. Just give me a minute. That will be 1 gram is equals to 1 upon 1000 kilogram. And now we have to find out the 200 kilogram present in 250 grams. So what we will do, we will simply multiply this number by 250. On solving this, what you have, just have a solution. 0 will be cut by 0 and that will be 1 upon 4. And then when you will solve this, you have 0 point. Divide 1 by 4. So basically you can write it as 0.25 kilogram. That means 250 gram is equals to 0.25 kilograms. Okay. The simplest way to find out is simply what you can do. That is the simplest method I am going to tell you. Then you have to learn the relation in grams and kilograms or 1000 meter and centimeter, kilometer and meter and so on. 250 gram is there. You just divide it the number by that particular relation. Then after number of zeros, count the number of zeros and just put a decimal over it. 2, 5 and 0, 1, 2 and 3. So start counting from back side. 1, 2 and 3. Put a decimal over here and put a 0, write a 0 over here. So you have your answer 0.25 kilogram. That is it. Okay. In the next class, in the next session, we will do some more questions on decimals. Till then, practice your NCERT exercise. So thank you for today.